What's up guys, Sam Wild here from Guitar Legend, and today we're going to be looking at Drops of Jupiter by Train. Alright, it's a great song to play, it's one of my favourite songs ever. We don't need a capo, which is nice. Okay, so I'm just going to start from the beginning of the song and we're going to work our way through. Okay, once we learn the first few sections, then we're good. I'll just go over structure from that point on. So we have C, then G, then F. And the strumming's fairly straightforward. Let me just show you the chords first. Alright, so C, that's our first chord. If you know C and you know G and you know F, just skip ahead a little bit to the right, the rhythm part. If you don't, then start with your third finger, third fret on the A string. Middle finger, second fret on the D string. Open G, first finger, first fret on the B string, open E. Okay, and just to stop the low E string from ringing, because we don't really want that, just bring your thumb down, just so it's touching it, and then it stops it from vibrating. Do you see that? I've got my shape, but I also have my thumb just kind of resting there, because that means you can just strum everything, and you won't get that ringing, right? Or you can just sort of lift this finger up a bit. Even though it's pushed in, you can kind of push up a bit, so that blocks it as well. After C, we have G. Now we want to make sure we want to play like this for the intro part, so we get this bom, bom, bom. Okay, but for the rest of the song, we're going to put it down on the E string. So let's just start with this first version. Third finger, third fret on the E string. We've got middle finger, second fret on the A string. We have open D, open G, open B usually. But for the intro, we want fourth finger, third fret on the B string. Okay, but ordinarily, like in the chorus, you can put the fourth finger on the E string and have open B. So tell me, did you make it across? Right, but in this intro, we want it on the B string, third fret. Then our last chord is F. Okay, there's a few ways of playing this. We can play like this, we can play like this, we can play like this. Okay, let me show you how I play it, but I'll show you an alternative. So have your third finger again on the third fret of the A string, fourth finger, third fret on the D string, middle finger, second fret, G string, first finger, first fret, B string, and then add your thumb if you can. Don't worry if you can't, some people struggle with this. Add your thumb to the first fret of the E string. Okay, and often we hammer on this middle finger here. That hammers on a lot. Now you don't have to do this fingering. One thing you can do is get rid of the fourth finger and bring the third finger down to the D string, and you can play like this. The only thing is you got to make sure you don't play the A string. So that third finger needs to kind of come up and block the A string. That's why I just play it like this. Much easier in my opinion. Now let's look at this intro part. Okay, the rhythm's fairly straightforward. So take a look at this hand. I'm just going down, down, up, 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 down. So the rhythm, okay, I'll show you how to do the melody in a second, but the rhythm is just down, And you notice when I do that part, keep the hand moving, so I go down, up, down, down, up, down, 2, 3, 4, 1, down, up, down, 2, 3, 4, down, up, do do do, hey, hey, hey. Okay, now to get the nice little melody thing, we have to play C, and then that, dun, bum. Basically, this first finger needs to go from curled to flat, so like that. And watch, look what my wrist does. It kind of comes up and over towards my body, just to make that easier. So just to help the finger get flat, you just bring your wrist kind of up into the neck. It makes it easier to get that flatness. Whereas if you keep it down, it just feels very strenuous in my opinion. So kind of twist the arm in, which helps get that flat. So now what you want to do with this, make sure that you're not playing the high E string. So even though this finger's down, it's sort of resting on the E string, so it's stopping it. So that's fine, but then you have to kind of curl it for that last one. So I go from kind of flattish to curled, just enough so I can get that open E string. So let me show you what I mean from the beginning. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So we start blocking the E string with the G chord, and then we need to get that E string somehow. So you need to kind of bring the wrist forward a little bit into F. And then I tend to go bum, 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 2, 3. So the chorus is different, alright? We're gonna have G, and then A minor, D, then E minor, F, then we have C, and then the second time, G, A, D, then D minor, then F. Put yourself out there, back into there. So let's look at this chorus, alright? First I'm going to show you the chords. Again, if you know chords really well, just skip ahead to the rhythms. The first chord is G. Now we know G already, right? But remember, bring the fourth finger down now to the 3rd fret. And then we kind of, we have this A minor just once. So you still need to learn it, even though it's just brief, we should learn it. So open A, middle finger 2nd fret, 3rd finger 2nd fret, 1st finger 1st fret, open E. Alright, and that's very short, so let me just show you in context. Then we go to D, so open A, open D, we got 1st finger 2nd fret, 3rd finger 3rd fret, 2nd finger 2nd fret. Okay, so this is like a chord that's kind of not in the original key. That's why it sounds so cool. It's like really, it's like out of the key. It's borrowed from a different scale. Then we're gonna go to F, but first we have like a E minor, similar to the A minor. We're just gonna play it really short, but it is there. So it's very simple though, it's just 2 fingers. We have open E, we got middle finger 2nd fret, 3rd finger 2nd fret, and then the rest is open. G, E, E. Alright. Then we go to F, which we know, C, which we know, Then second time, same thing, until we have this D minor chord, then F, which we know. So D minor, so we've gone from D to D minor, to D major, to D minor. Okay, so all we're doing, the third finger you can kind of keep there. We're just swapping these two, can you see that? Swapping, and the first one has to move down to go from major to minor. So when you do it, you have a little gap to change. So the middle finger comes up to replace the first finger. The first finger goes across to the first fret. Can you see that? Alright, so that's all the chords. The rhythm, there's a few ways of doing it. I'm going to show you like the main accented rhythms, but feel free to just add little in between strums if you want to. Hi guys, just want to interrupt quickly for 10 seconds just to let you know that I have premium membership lessons on my website, guitarlegend.co.uk. There's a link in the description. Now these YouTube lessons are great for supplementing your learning curve. If you want to learn quickly and fast and you want to potentially make money and perform one day, then I really suggest using me as your official guitar mentor and joining. So click the link in the description and enjoy the rest of your lesson. So just practice on your G chord. We're going down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. Now this is important, this rhythm, because we can use it for a lot of the other song parts. So watch, let me do it slowly, watch what's going on here, because I keep the hand moving. Down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. Right, so the hand, even though I move past the strings a lot, I don't always hit them. So watch, down, down. So it's like down, 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 down. You just got to keep it moving to the beat. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, and you can add little quiet ones in between if you want to, just to feel the music, but that's kind of the main part. So in terms of how we fit the chords into this, we're going to go down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. And then we can actually keep this going for the second verse, that kind of nice bum, 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 bum. We can do that. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Oh, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. It's kind of the same rhythm, right? We just added a bit more into the first verse. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Alright? The fact she's back in the atmosphere, drops of Jupiter. A similar thing, okay? Now the second verse is shorter, so instead of 3 times we have it twice. Okay, now on the second time round you might notice that this happens. We have normal, we have this, So there's like this bum 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 bum. It's like a pumpy build up on the F, really short. Okay, and there's strings going like building up the melody, so you might, it sounds like the chords changing, but it's not. It's just the strings playing a melody, like the string violin players, whatever. But as a guitarist, we can just play. So I'm just pulsing this hand in. Can you see that? Because when I release the pressure, the vibrations stop. So if you can pulse, squeeze, 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 you get a nice short sound. Now when we get to this kind of, it's like an instrumental, there's kind of a guitar riff going on. It's like, so we still have C, G, and F, but we're kind of playing that melody, na 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 da ba da doom ba ba. So you need to include that in the chords if you can. So we're gonna play C, but add your fourth finger here, right, to the 3rd fret on the B string. And it's hard. You're gonna have to play down, up, down, up, down. So I'm going from, it's kind of a little flat and the wrist is higher, and it blocks the E string. So blocks the E string when I'm going, but then the up, you want to kind of bring the wrist down, curl the 4th finger, and also just to make sure you don't keep that note there, because you actually don't want it for this second bit, release the pressure. Because then you only get the E string, and now the B string's dead, because this is resting on it. So I'm actually hitting both strings right now. You see that? So this mechanism change means I can get the melody change. Same with the G string, with the G chord, sorry. Then for F, we want this big down. Okay, so we're gonna have to down, up, down, up. That's what I do, down, up, down, down. Start with the pinky there. Right. And then I add it to the 3rd fret on the E string. So we get this boo dibble do boo boo dibble do. Something like that. It doesn't have to be exact. As long as you're, you might find that you need to either use this shape, which I tend to do for that part, or you can just use your normal shape. Just make sure you don't play the D string as well. Right. Now don't worry too much about this. If you struggle with this, just play C, but make sure you get the rhythm down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, you know, just play the chords, that's fine. So we can keep this kind of rhythm going, and the C, G, F progression, we can keep it going for the whole bridge, right? So first we have that solo-y part, and then we can come in with, can you imagine all love, fried deep fried chicken, your best friend always sticking up for you. So that last one, got a new chord there that you ever had with me. So it's all C, G, F, then C, G, B flat, F. Okay, so this is kind of borrowed out of the key of F when we're actually in the key of C. So this is a hard chord, I'm not gonna lie. The best way to play it is just have middle finger 3rd fret on the D string, 3rd finger 3rd fret on the G string, 4th finger 3rd fret on the B string. And then bring your wrist down, stretch your 1st finger across to the 1st fret. Okay, so always add these, do these ones first, and then make the stretch. Okay, so for the whole of this bridge, I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Just downs are fine for that part, right? So there's not much left to this song now, guys. So amazing work. Be really proud of yourself for getting this far. The only thing that's left is a quiet chorus, then a normal loud chorus, and then we have this outro, which is basically what we just did in the bridge. Okay, so let me demonstrate. So the quiet chorus is, tell me, did your friends sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day and then back to the Milky Way? Tell me. Okay, so all we do is a chorus, but it's quiet. So I'm just playing it quietly, same thing, and head back toward the Milky Way. Then we have a whole full chorus starting from now, which is loud. Tell me, did you make it across the center? Did you make it till the Milky Way? And again. Yourself out there. And there's like a stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's a stop, and then na 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 na. Okay, then we go into the outro. So once again, that last chorus, there's a little stop. Okay. We're looking for yourself out there. Na, 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 na. So when I do that, I kind of count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up. It's that first up in our chord progression, in our rhythm, if you like. Down, down, up. We're looking for yourself out there. Na, 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 na. Okay, and we do this twice. Oh, na, 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 na. And then to finish, B flat, F. Okay, so on that last one we have B flat, F again.